over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Come on! Wait up!
Is everyone ready to play?
I think the people involved, you get to meet a lot of people in football, and that's just one of the great things. Not only is the sport great, but the people involved. So fellow referees, players, coaches, even fans. I love officiating because it keeps me involved in football. I was a player, but I don't reckon I could cut it out there anymore, at least at any decent level. But as a referee, I get to be involved in higher levels of football. Keeps me involved, keeps me fit, and is great fun. I think I have a moment of this is why I do this every week. It's always good fun to get out there, and there are tough moments, but being resilient and succeeding, even just in the little things throughout a match. I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn, and as a referee you'll surely come across a lot of them, and I certainly have. I reckon give it a go. You will face challenges, but that's a part of it, and I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn.
At Service FM, we know every workplace is different. Every challenge is unique. That's why we personalise our services to our customers' different needs across different industries. From medical to mining and manufacturing, hospitality to healthcare, commercial to defence. So when you need to create a better work environment, you need Service FM. Proud partner with Football South Australia.
Adelaide wakes up with 5AA, David Penberthy and Will Goodings, Tom Wren for sport, Jade Robran on the scene as it happens, Jess Adamson with the news that matters to Adelaide, Breakfast with David and Will, bringing together the names you trust with everything you need to know to start your day. Always live, always local and only on 5AA, always Adelaide.
Go in the box, and it's another goal!
Hello, good afternoon and welcome to Ramsey Park for round 18 of the men's RAA NPL South Australia. Playford City versus MetroStars here on what is a very nice afternoon in terms of the weather. It's lovely to have your company alongside me for this 3 p.m. kickoff. I'm Seb O'Neill as we have a look at the table before the round. MetroStars currently looking to get back to first place after West Torrens Bercala's huge win over Para Hills Knights last night. Adelaide City currently leading against Croydon FC. So they've got 2 teams to chase this afternoon if they can get a 3 points against an out-of-form Playford City side, themselves trying to climb back up those final spots and get higher in the table as much as they can, the home side in Playford. Both sides are waiting to come out from the tunnel. It's about 18 degrees here, but the sun is very much shining, and it's nice spectator weather, but for the players, that heat's going to be beaming down on them all afternoon until the sun will set nearer to full time. One of a few concurrent kickoffs today. As I said, Adelaide City currently a quarter of the way through their match, 1-0 against Croydon. This one at 3 p.m, as well as West Adelaide versus Sturt Lions. 2 other sides trying to climb themselves from that near bottom of the table. But our focus will stay here between these two. MetroStars trying to get back to the summit of the table, which they can do with even a point this afternoon. Playford City have a gap with Campbelltown, but can, as of right now, jump Croydon FC in 5th and jump into that 5th place position. We've got Campbelltown behind them in 7th currently with a 4-point gap before we kick off this afternoon. Playford in their home kit, MetroStars in their away black kit. And we'll go through the starting lineup, starting with the home side. In goal, Luke Osby. We anticipate it'll be a back 4 of Ben Woolard, Sean Harvey, Tyson Harriman and Braden Frencher. Midfield 4 with Xavier Pratt, Patrick McGregor, Isaac Mullen and Cameron Harrison. Up top, Santiago Tabarez and Christos Punendes. That's a lineup with the 2 changes being Dan Ryan and Shota Babasaki dropping down to the bench. Our referees for this afternoon, Tom Brinkworth in the middle, Alexander Diamond and Joshua Farrell as his assistants. Tom Brinkworth, of course, was in charge for that FK Beergrad versus North Sunshine Eagles match on Wednesday night. Here for league duties this afternoon as we see Captain Hamish Gow for MetroStars as we'll go through their starting lineup for today. In goal, continuing Vincent Barbaro, as Cody Ostrike had that injury a few weeks back, which still leaves them just on the bench. For the rest of the side, a back 4 again, we imagine, of Samuel Vizzi, Noel Blazeka returning to the side, Jackson Fortunato and Scott Nagel. In the midfield, Michael Chittadini, Jesse Francesca, Hamish Gow and Binyam Kabidi. And up front, Donatien Nyonkuru and Christian Satira, another returning to the starting side for MetroStars. No Lachlan Barr, Noah McNamara, Cameron Woodfin came off last week during the second half. He's not featuring this afternoon. Still no regular captain Jackson Wall, so they are without a few troops. But this is a very strong MetroStar side with depth, as we can see just by their starting lineup this afternoon. And still with the likes of Arby Molas, Andre Carl, Thomas Visser as more experienced players to come off the bench in the second half if they do choose to use them. Underway here at Ramsey Park between these two sides. An early touch of the football for Vincent Barbaro in goal. His 4th match in a row now after he came on for Cody Ostrike in that match against Adelaide City and has continued to start in goals since. Pratt's headers upwards and then Fortunato's coming in to win. And Kuru just trying to flick that one forward, but will be Tyson Harriman there first. Throw in on the far side. Playford only with the one win in their last 5 matches, and that was against Campbelltown City here, 4-1. It's been losses to Sturt, Beergrad, Croydon, and then a 2-2 draw here against Adelaide Comets with a few 0-0s before that as well. Goals just somewhat drying up, bar that result against Campbelltown. MetroStars, plenty of goals for them. Did have that 9-0 against Para Hills Knights 3 weeks back. And they had that 3-1 win against Burkalla just before the cup final break for those teams not involved. Satira trying to touch it on for Chittadini, but Kabiti's there to sweep it up. Francesca looks to go wide towards Donatia Neon Kuru. But a bit too much and a bit too much behind. It will be the throw for Playford. Going down the wing by Cameron Harris. Up and out for another throw. Menendez having to drop deep to receive and does well with the turn as well. Trying to sift that one through the centre, and that just had to be cut out there by Noah Blazeka. Falls to Xavier Pratt. Ball comes in high from Harris, looking for the head of Menendez. Touchdown to the middle, looking for Santiago Tabarez, but made no connection with it, did the Colombian, and Vinny Barbaro will come and collect. His first real string of starts since joining from Adelaide Croatia Raiders. Vincent Barbaro was their starting goalkeeper just about all of last year in their relegation campaign, unfortunately, for that club. Kept a clean sheet against Para Hills Knights a few weeks ago. That is only one so far since starting with the gloves for MetroStars. The one blip recently for MetroStars being that 3-0 loss to Adelaide City, where Yuki Kitano undid them with a hat-trick. Scott Nagel to Chittadini, and again just trying to touch it inside for Scott Nagel, but not enough on it. They'll regain it back though after a loose possession. Vizzy. Samuel Vizzy trying to look for Kabiti, you'd imagine, as that pass was trying to come through the centre. Lajeka. Another former Adelaide Croatia Raider. His boyhood club was with Sydney United when they were in the championship this past season. Played a few matches for them in the second tier of Australian football, as it's known, the Australian Championship. Even played against, of course, MetroStars in their group stage campaign for them. Neon Kuru trying to put it over the top for Satira. It's a nice touch, and it's a crucial challenge in there. All fair from Sean Harvey. MetroStars bench was just trying to ask a few questions, but it was a clean challenge from the Playford centre-back. Gow. Another sliding challenge, which is all fair and keeps the ball with Playford. This one has to be chased down by Patrick McGregor, but only really in hope. Away from Harriman. Again, just bouncing in midfield. The touches down from Mullen. Has started all now 18 of their league matches alongside Luke Ospai and Ben Woolard. Here's Braden French, who missed a few during the campaign with injury. We do now have the pointy end of the season to think about. Only 4 league games left before the final ladder is decided and we head into finals. These two sides hoping to be involved. MetroStars If they're not secured already, they would almost be by now. Playford, their fate still in their favour, but still do just need to make sure of a few results to make sure they make finals for the first time in a very long time in the First Division. Just missed out last year in their first campaign back. Here's Scott Nagel again at left back. Now Michael Cittadini trying to put it on for Satira, but again, Sean Harvey just having to sweep up and concede the throw instead. West Adelaide and Sturt Lions also underway. That one's, as it stands, 7th versus 10th. West Adelaide trying to get themselves away from the relegation conversation. Sturt Lions in a similar position, but could also possibly make finals. It's a big push from Penendez and will be called up by referee Tom Brinkworth. A fairly obvious one for our refereeing staff this afternoon. A bit too eager to win the ball there is the Playford City captain, who scored against Metro in their fixture back in round 2, which Playford did win at TK Shutter Reserve. It's the only time they've lost at home this year. It's the second time only in 2 years in terms of league football that they've lost at home, the other being last year in round 17 versus West Torrens Burkalla. Ended 3-1 in round 2. Babasaki, Penendez from the spot, and Harriman as well getting one late. Andre Carl with that early goal in the 5th minute. He's on the bench this afternoon, and Noah McNamara getting sent off with a second yellow card, not involved at all due to injury, is the centre-back. Throw in to be taken by Scott Nagel. The former West Torrens Burkalla player, of course. Goes to Francesca, another formerly of Burkalla, having that huge win over Para Hills Knights last night, 11-0. McGregor trying to put it through for Tabares, but Gow getting enough of a touch just to halt that attack for the moment. Willard goes high to relieve the pressure somewhat for the time being. Penendez, his header up. Neon Kuru trying to use his body against Cameron Harris, and he does do so well. Kabidi. Now Neon Kuru was going back inside to Kabidi, but a bit too quick that time. McGregor. And that one will roll out for another throw. So far, weathering the storm, Playford. This is a period of their matches where they've conceded an equal most amount of goals with 5. They've also conceded 5 in the first 15 minutes of the second half, and then that second period of 15 in the second as well. So they tend not to start halves too well, but at least for now, they're doing well, even getting forward themselves on a few occasions. MetroStars, they've scored most of their goals between the 16th to 30th minute. 12 of their 48 league goals this season have come in that period, so we're approaching that soon. But Playford will want to get one of their own before that can happen. Tabares really battling against Noah Blazeka. Was trying to poke that one into Mullen, but didn't reach, and now Satira on a breakaway. Has Cittadini as the runner on his left. Goes inside, just Cittadini as Satira still carries the ball forward. Now with Cittadini, enters the box Cittadini, but he's a bit too wide to have a strike of his own. Now just trying to find any sort of angle to find the ball to a teammate. Francesca takes the touch into the byline, and it will be out for a first corner of the match. And we'll be getting another ball as well, it seems. Adelaide City just approaching half-time against Croydon. That one's still 1-0 with 5 minutes left in the first period. And West Adelaide and Sturt Lions 10 minutes in, similar to us. That one's still at 0-0. over at Kilburn Sportsplex. It's a Hamish Gow corner. Scored twice last week, looks to deliver this week. Headed away for a throw. Statistically, it's a bit of a clash of footballing styles, if you were to call it that. Metro have the second highest average possession per match in the NPL and the highest average passes with roughly about 460 per match. Playford, they rank 10th in the league for average possession with about 45%. Metro is 60%. And average passes, they're also 10th in that stat with 330. So Metro happy to hold the ball and pass it within themselves, but Playford happy to get any little sort of counter or breakaways they can off any loose passes and trying to build quickly, more so than the patient build-up of MetroStars. Nagel just coming up to receive that ball. Chittadini just tried to sneak that one in low. Clearance turns into a pass for Sean Harvey. Blazeka winning the header initially against Menendez, but now able to put through Santiago Tabares. Now here's Xavier Pratt. Pratt! Finds it in the bottom corner, does the Kiwi. And puts Playford up 1-0. Again, speaking true of those statistics, how quickly they built up their Playford. MetroStars, they try to measure and wait to make their attack, but they've been found on the breakaway, and it's Playford City 1, MetroStars 0. The perfect start to this match for the home side. A very nice finish from the former Gold Coast United player in Xavier Pratt. 31 years of age, joining Playford last season from Gold Coast United up in Queensland. And he's played in all but one league match this season. This is 14th start. Again, Metro finding themselves behind. Not something they've found to be too often, especially in recent weeks. And again, with a big opportunity to try and get back to the top of the table. They don't want to leave anything hanging, as here comes Harris. Again, towards the byline, the cross comes in, but it will be out for a corner. A first for Playford of the match. First goal they've scored in just over 180 minutes of football in the past 2 weeks. 2 1-0 losses to Beergrad and then Sturt Lions last time out. Last goal they scored was against Campbelltown City in the 70th minute, courtesy of Dan Ryan. I look to get a second here from the corner as the ball comes in. Barbaro doesn't get too much of a clean hand to it, but Playford still continue on. Nagel having to get any touch on it to clear. This is that challenge, Francesca. You would anticipate plenty of goals between these two this afternoon. The ball's lifted in and it's cleared right into the back of Patrick McGregor, unfortunately for him. 7 goals for him this season, Patrick McGregor, including that hat-trick against Para Hills Knights. Some screamers amongst those 7 as well for the 20-year-old midfielder, formerly of Adelaide United and also the Modbury Jets. Giardini couldn't turn against the Colombian Tabarez, as there were a few shouts for a handball, but nothing given by our referee. Tabarez lifts the ball in, but nobody was there. We're in that period now where Metro love to score most of their goals so far this season. Fortunato, a player of this club all the way since he joined them back in 2009. His only club for his whole footballing career. He's come all the way up to the first team, Fortunato, including winning that 2023 John Aloisi Rising Star Award for the league a few years back. And he's only missed one of their league matches this season, has started every other. Neon Kuru now. Elects to drive through the centre and try and put through Kabidi, but maybe a bit too soon for that ball. Mullen now with Xavier Pratt, the goal scorer. Pratt again. Tabarez gets it off Nagel and goes over the top for Xavier Pratt to chase down. He'll try and keep it in play, but hopefully more than anything was that ball. It's a great start for Playford. They've been positive, even with Metro having a few half chances coming their way towards Luke Ospite. But he's really not had much to do as the veteran goalkeeper, as there's a collision with referee Tom Brinkworth there as they were trying to play through the pass. Referee just apologising for getting in the way, and a few happy handshakes and smiles as they'll get the drop ball. It happens. Half time between Adelaide City and Croydon. The home side at Oakton leading 1-0 at the break. It was a mistake at the back from Croydon, which gave Adelaide City that goal. Off the chest of Mullen, and then back out wide to Cameron Harris. He puts in the ball first time. Gal clears. Will be a corner. Got options all around the box to Playford for this one. It's high, and it's somewhat towards goal. I think it was just took away in the end, and it's been stopped for a foul. He'll be let to take that one again as Tabarez tried to get in the way. Cheeky from the Colombian. Tom Brinkworth just giving him a talking to. No foul on Satira. Neither was that one as Pratt wins it fairly. He's been everywhere so far, Xavier Pratt. Menendez just couldn't scoot out of that situation. Chittadini goes over the top looking towards Binyam Kabidi. Again, they'll go with the safe option to clear for the throw. A quarter of the way through this one. Nagel just trying to find any options. None yet to appear. Finds Kabidi. Nagel. Scott Nagel once again up against Sean Harvey. Puts it inside for Francesca as he tried to touch it on for Binyam Kabidi. That one's far too much in front for Chittadini. Just unable to connect at some moments so far this half. MetroStars, a few balls where there's either a bit too much or it's a bit too early, a bit too late. Very uncharacteristic from a side looking for another consecutive premiership, which is now very much under threat by Adelaide City and West Torrens Burkalla, the two most likely other recipients of that top of the table achievement. With 4 games to go after this round concludes. Good work from Neon Kuru there to slip past a few Playford midfielders. Nagel again. Looking for Satira, but cleared away strong by Tyson Harriman and lets Santiago Tabarez run onto it. Blazeka does a very good job of keeping away Tabarez, but still under pressure. Blazeka sliding in to try and win the ball, but ends up giving it away with his own pass. Intense press and pressure as they do have a player down, still do Playford, and they'll put it out as they'll now stop to check on the condition of the man down. I think it might be Xavier Pratt. You see MetroStars look to an impromptu drinks break and hydration break, if I dare to call it that. Something clearly just not clicking for them today as Playford have the lead, courtesy of Xavier Pratt, the man down injured. First ever meeting in the first division between these two sides was back in 2000, the 19th of February, a round 1 fixture here at Ramsey Park, whereas they were then Elizabeth City defeated MetroStars 1-0. Club with a very proud history here in the north of Adelaide. Got a busy few days ahead as well, of course. We're playing against Adelaide United on Monday night in a pre-season friendly for the A-League men's side here at Ramsey Park at 6:30 p.m. if you are wanting to come down and watch the A-League side versus the NPL side. Not too sure how many will be playing across both this match and that one for Playford, but plenty of people, I imagine, will come nonetheless to see a few of those A-League stars. And I'm sure a few will come to watch their home side of Playford too. It was actually Patrick McGregor that was down injured. My apologies. As he just slowly makes his way back to his feet. And it looks like they might be making a change as well. It looks like Bailey Truscott is getting ready to come on. Will it be the early change? I think he'll continue. Not making his way back towards the bench, so he'll run off whatever injury it was and see how he goes. 20 minutes left in this first half as we get play back underway. Tabarez gets a fortunate deflection off the chest of Noel Bajeka. Out for a throw. Right in front of this main stand here at Ramsey Park. Always get a very healthy support here to Playford. Ball falls to McGregor. Again, looking for another spectacular goal this season to add to his previous 7. Penendez trying to turn, still with the ball down. Fortunato towards Donatien Nyonkuru. Couldn't keep it. Ball comes in first time. Penendez with the header, falls to Tabarez. If he can get it off, cuts it back. Edge of the box, it's gone all the way over and might have taken a deflection too. It had. It'll be a corner. Bit of a mess for both sides, really, which results in the corner for Playford. Off the left boot and in swinging towards the front post. The box with McGregor. Harris just puts it over the top. Mullen, now Tabarez, couldn't get it on. Harris again. Just goes long more than anything. McGregor with it down, hits it on the half volley. Not enough on it. Just come back onto the pitch with a few half chances as McGregor looks for the spectacular both times. Nagel. Lajeka back to Barbaro. No second clean sheet for him now, of course. Free kick. Harvey. Through for Tabarez as he tried to flick it on for Pratt. Too short for Nyonkuru. He'll chase up the loose one. Vizzy. Joined MetroStars from Brunswick City in VPL 1 over in Victoria. Also formerly of South Melbourne. Also spent time with OF Fia Petras in Greece and the Prague Raptors over in the Czech Republic. Only 24 years of age is the MetroStars right back for this afternoon. Not too clean of connection off the header there from Ryan French. Up against Harvey. Chittadini. Had the feet, but not the ball through. Nagel high up to receive it there. Get the throw. Goes quickly towards Francesca. Maybe a bit too quickly. Nearly fell for Binyam Kabidi. Frostbite. Again with a rare touch of the football. in this first half an hour. French. Tabarez up against Scott Nagel, and Scott Nagel's the one that wins the throw. Fortunato leads the league total for average passes per match. Again, continue on that stat of Metro being a largely passing and possession side. Averages about 72 per match. Goes Fortunato at the back. Noah McNamara, of course, not playing, is close in that tally of passes per match as well. Doesn't get the ball there, and will be a free kick for Metro. A first real, maybe, attacking set piece for them. Attack they can do well, of course, when they've got the captain now coming towards the ball in Hamish Gow. Brace last week against Verkella, one of those being a penalty. 8 goals and an assist for Gow in this 2026 season. It'll be either him or Cittadini on the ball. All but 2 outfielders in the box for Playford, in French and Tabarez. Gow touches it for Cittadini, then back out wide for Gow. Puts it in on his left towards the back post. It was drifting just over. Kept in play, no. Just out for a goal kick. Lucas Bite, former MetroStars goalkeeper himself, 2-time Federation Cup winner, is Lucas Bite in goal for Playford. 35 years of age. Young for a goalkeeper. Francesca really trying to urge his side forward there by himself, but not enough. Good touch from Tabarez, but the pass not so. Gow poked it back towards Blazeka. Nagel. Blazeka looks to go long and wide. Neon Kuru headers it to keep it in play. That one played quickly to Kabidi. Easy enough for Fortunato to sweep up here. Satira has Nagel to his left and was looking for him. Goes central to Cittadini, hits it on the turn to strike wide, which was not to threaten Lucas Bite. He himself with 3 clean sheets this season in round 3 against Croydon, round 10 against Adelaide City, and round 12 against Adelaide United. Looking to add to that this afternoon. McGregor seems to have shaken off that early injury more than enough. Kabini just losing sight of the ball there as it went over. Goes down and there's a foul of Christian Tsitsira on French. Played quickly. Pratt puts the ball in the centre. Tabarez with the touchdown. Tabarez still with it. Not to put it goalwards, but just goes out for the goal kick. Beatty just gets that one all wrong. As is that one. Chidini. Perhaps luckily that one falls for him. Kabidi has Tsitsira in the middle. Does go down. To this home crowd claiming a handball while they are on the ground, but always tough to do. Blazeka. No foul from him on Tabarez. Had already fallen on the floor as Tabarez tried to go in behind. Adelaide City now 2-0 up against Croydon. Not the news that Metro will want to hear. With the current scoreline as is, and they don't want to make it any worse as Tabarez is on. Barbaro quickly enough to come and collect. And that one will roll out again. Approaching half-time. Xavier Pratt with the only goal so far this afternoon between these two sides. Tabarez to Pratt and then back to Tabarez. Forward by Penendez, but won't reach a teammate in white. Chidini takes it inside. Couldn't beat Mullen. Finds Tabarez on the right. We'll be back with Isaac Mullen in his boots. Pratt over the top for French. Doesn't have any options in the box if he wants to try and get a ball in. Blazeka opting to just clear. Again to relieve pressure. Throw in. Long by French. Pratt keeps it in play, but only towards the goalkeeper in Barbaro. Vizzy. Kabidi. They still go forward here. Chidini would have been offside. He had got onto that. Will still be a corner for MetroStars. Cow in his corner. Can the captain get something before half-time, perhaps, from his boot? Very high. Goes over Osby, bouncing in the box, but will be a foul. And a free kick to boot. Long by Osby. Over Gow's head only towards the Playford captain in Penendez. Harris gets the touch pass. Neon Kuru is born in the centre, cut out, but still with Playford feet. Takes the touch. It's a risky one pass, and Satira gets on the end of it. That pass only as far as Woolard will be out for a throw. It's being told to take a few steps back for the throw. A difficult first half it has been for Metro. Playford, though, been doing just about everything right, especially compared to recent weeks. Things seem to be going their way. Still do have, of course, plenty more football to play in this half, but so far so good for the home side. Penendez over the top by Pratt from his captain towards Santiago Tabarez. Ball towards Harris. Not enough to get past Fortunato. He tries to prevent the corner and does do so just with a throw. (2-0) Adelaide City just after half-time to Luis Lori Latanzio. So Metro very much needing some points out of this afternoon. Just the one will do to put them top momentarily, but that puts Burkalla, City and Metro all equal on 38 points if Metro are to get at least a point today and Adelaide City hold their result against Croydon. Harvey. Pratt. French. Back in the centre to Pratt, now out wide with Harvey. Couldn't find Tabarez initially, but will be kept with Playford. On for French. Is a bit wide, but keeps it in play, puts in the ball. Goes over Barbaro, falls to Harris at the back post. He'll look for the cutback, goes over the top. Penendez with the header. Kept in by Tabarez, and then Penendez over the bar. Again, chances just seem to be falling their way at the moment, Playford, and Metro can't seem to deal with them. Minute and a half left of this first period. Of course, without added time being included at the discretion of our referee. Satira. They were to steal a goal back before half-time, Metro. Certainly would create something even extra in the second half to look forward to. Do have the likes of Andre Carl, Thomas Visser, Harvey Molas to bring on. Tries just to see if he could spot Barbara off his line, but got the shot all wrong. Yeah. Fortunato. Satira tried to flick it into Kabidi. Mullen. Any of these 50-50 balls, Playford just seem to be winning all of them at the moment. Pratt. Ball maybe a bit too wide for McGregor to go on to. And it is. Into added time now, and completely up to our referee as to when we end. But Playford trying to get one before half-time. McGregor didn't fall to him. Instead, it was Vizzy to clear. Harvey. Now Mullen. It's a lot on that ball for French to chase down. Will still do so. Will be a goal kick. Haven't been too many stoppages in this first half, so I can't imagine we play much more. Francesca. That pass just a bit too much behind. I should say in front. Barbaro. The touch off Tabarez was enough to make it a pass. Not enough on that from Pratt. Kabidi, hint of offside as he runs onto the ball. Kabidi still goes. Takes the touch back. Neon Kuru goes right towards the byline. Looks for the cut back low. Will be a corner, perhaps, to end the half. (2-1) now. Croydon have found a goal back against Adelaide City. As we enter the 3rd minute of added time here. Could there be a late equaliser in the half? As there's a player down in the box for Playford. Not too sure what from. It is a corner, so it could really be anything, any sort of touch. Lost by Neon Kuru, just getting in a shirt front. And again, just a few words exchanged. Referee Tom Brinkworth just bringing the players forward to give them a talking to before the corner gets to be taken. Corner which they've waited for a bit to take now. Here it might finally come. Ball comes in. Fortunato gets the touch. It's away from goal. And will be a goal kick. Will it be enough to take us to the half? Not yet. Now it will be. Half-time. Playford with a huge 1-0 lead over currently 3rd placed MetroStars in the men's RA NPL South Australia. Xavier Pratt with the goal for Playford is what separates the two sides as things stand. As both sides walk off the field of play. I think one of the assistant coaches was just booked there for MetroStars as well. As both sides head into the tunnel and the sheds at halftime. You see the stats there. 5 shots for Playford, 2 on target. Just the 2 with none on target for MetroStars. Tells a bit of a story of how this first half has gone for the away side. But Playford have done very well. Don't go anywhere. Big second half coming off. Halftime score here at Ramsey Park. It's Playford City 1, MetroStars 0.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Introducing Carl's Jr. Star Boxes for taste and value that's out of this world. Choose a tasty ranch, original, Santa Fe or barbecue double cheeseburger and grab a small fries, all for only $6.95. Carl's Jr. Eat like you mean it.
Hop in.
Where are we going?
There are so many career paths with SAPOL, from operations to CSI. You can walk the beat or work somewhere a little quieter. If you want to make a difference, there's a career at SAPOL for you.
Hey, it's gonna be all right.
Call up the search.
Find where you belong in blue. Search SAPOL Careers.
At Service FM, we know every workplace is different. Every challenge is unique. That's why we personalise our services to our customers' different needs across different industries. From medical to mining and manufacturing, hospitality to healthcare, commercial to defence. So when you need to create a better work environment, you need Service FM. Proud partner with Football South Australia.
And that's in! Dear Manchester's half the soppy line. And he makes them pay. What a straight by Patrick Tarantia to open the scoring on the volley. What a heck.
I think the people involved, you get to meet a lot of people in football, and that's just one of the great things. Not only is the sport great, but the people involved. So fellow referees, players, coaches, even fans. I love officiating because it keeps me involved in football. I was a player, but I don't reckon I could cut it out there anymore, at least at any decent level. But as a referee, I get to be involved in higher levels of football. Keeps me involved, keeps me fit, and is great fun. I think I have a moment of this is why I do this every week. It's always good fun to get out there, and there are tough moments, but being resilient and succeeding, even just in the little things throughout a match. I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn, and as a referee you surely come across a lot of them, and I certainly have. I reckon give it a go. You will face challenges, but that's a part of it, and I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn.
Introducing Carl's Jr. Star Boxes for taste and value that's out of this world. Choose a tasty ranch, original, Santa Fe or barbecue double cheeseburger and grab a small fries, all for only $6.95. Carl's Jr. Eat like you mean it.
Adelaide wakes up with 5AA, David Penberthy and Will Goodings. Tom Wren for sport. Jade Robran on the scene as it happens. Jess Adamson with the news that matters to Adelaide. Breakfast with David and Will, bringing together the names you trust with everything you need to know to start your day. Always live, always local, and only on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
So the Youth Club Championship, we've designed a structure where the under 13s, under 14s, under 15s and 16s all compete together as one club. They'll play at the same venue, they'll play one after each other. It allows the technical director to be at the venue to help educate and look after the coaches, and also there's a focus on player development.
Players are now knowing where they are at and the pathway to follow each year. If they continue with the YCC, they should be in a position where they can go into senior football. It's a lot clearer around the steps they need to take to keep tracking as a player.
We've created an additional YCC training session or seminar night. All the players involved had the opportunity to do an extra additional skills session development plan, and we had Adrian Stanter coming in to talk about how to become a more professional player from a younger age.
The fact that as a club we are investing heavily in the juniors to ensure that we're putting those tools in place that the YCC is wanting from us, that's certainly bringing around some benefits to the club and to junior development across the board.
Everyone's trying to obtain points for their club, but also with a strong focus on how do we create a competition where players can play against like players.
The one thing I have noticed is it's been a bit more focused on getting the balance right. So, you know, trying to keep the best teams playing against each other throughout the entire year and not having this big disparity between one team or another, one club or another.
So what it has allowed us to do is have quality games every week, which has benefited the competition and given the girls a chance to sort of understand what it's like to play at that elite level. While development is a good focus, the YCC does bring out the aspect of results as well, which helps find that balance for players to transition to senior football.
So I think with the YCC structure now in place, there's become a better level. And with a better level, there's been higher intensity within our sessions, and that's allowed for greater development in terms of a player, technically, tactically, and that's given them the best chance to keep improving their game.
Yeah, look, I think there's certainly brought around a lot of excitement to the club on YCC Day. The club's buzzing, a lot of the parents and players really enjoy seeing the kids play, and what is really now an elite pathway in junior football in our state.
Something that resonated with me right on the onset was about connecting a budding footballer with the right coach with the right club, and the right club being part of the right football environment. So the YCC tells me that this has been a fantastic implementation by Football South Australia.
Still in the box, and it's another goal!
Welcome back for the second half here at Ramsey Park. 1-0 Playford against MetroStars at the halftime break. In our halftime, things have changed for MetroStars due to that Adelaide City versus Croydon game. Halftime, Adelaide City were 1-0 up. They scored 5 minutes after halftime to make it 2-0. And now Croydon have gotten 2 back to make it level. And Adelaide City have just had Nicholas Franchisi sent off. So Croydon behind from 2-0 down, 2-2 now, and now playing against 10 is good news for MetroStars to try and help their favour if they can get points. For Playford, though, that's the exact news they won't want to hear, as now Croydon, even with Playford currently winning, if Croydon get a winner, they will go into 5th place. So that game with plenty to do with this one, and all that happening during while these two sides here at Ramsey Park were having their halftime break. Almost ready for kickoff, and it looks like RB Molas and Joseph Terminello have both come on for the away side. I think those are the only 2 changes. I think Satira and Fizzy are the 2 to have come off, I believe. Actually, Visser's come on as well. So they've made a triple change at halftime of Metro. So I think Nagel, Vizzy, and Satira are the 3 to have come off for Terminello, Molas, and Thomas Visser. Meanwhile, Playford, they've brought on Bailey Truscott as we start half-time. I think that's for Patrick McGregor, who we thought might have had that injury in the first half. Plenty of changes between both sides. Metro now chasing the game as they have been since Xavier Pratt scored that goal. Playford, whether or not they want to score more or hold their lead, is to be found out over the next few minutes as we start the second half. Barbaro to Francesca. Finds Joseph Terminello for his second match of the season. His only previous appearance came against Para Hills Knights in that huge win a few weeks back. Another who's been with Metro his whole career, other than a short time with the Football SA program. Looks to be at right back for Metro in the second half. Truscott slotting into midfield, as we expected. Visser at left back, rather than perhaps his regular attacking, more attacking winger spot, as we've become familiar with him since being at MetroStars. And RB Molas into midfield as he's on the ball here, the Albanian under-20 international. Imagine there was some frustration from the MetroStars coaching staff at being a goal down. Not something they're used to. I'm sure not something they like to be either. Well won by Gow. Looks like it's Kibidi and Neon Kuru as the 2 strikers up top for MetroStars. Kibidi more playing on the wing in the first half, but he's been moved alongside Neon Kuru for the second period. Fortunato. Terminello. Neon Kuru with a little bit of space to run into. Finds Cittadini on his right. Nyonkuru again. Terminello now. Molas. Back to Terminello. Used his time to assess his options. Kabidi just trying to find Hamish Gow, who is running inside. Two sides which average roughly 2 goals per match. Metro more towards 3. So you would expect plenty of action this afternoon. You have gotten a fair bit, just not too many instances of the ball finding the back of the net. Here's Xavier Pratt again. Here's the ball over the top. This may be the wrong idea. Into midfield with Nyonkuru. He's dropped deep momentarily and taken down for the free kick. West Adelaide and Sturt Lions still 0-0. They're currently at half-time. Just coming in to start the second now. West Adelaide sitting in 10th. Sturt Lions sitting in 7th. 6 points behind Croydon in 6th currently, as all the points stand. But with goals across any of these games, there's plenty to change before the final match of this afternoon is to conclude. Last match of the round is tomorrow afternoon, FK Beograd versus Adelaide United at 5 p.m. at One Solution Park to end the round. Tabarez battling against Terminello. Tabarez still just trying to find his boot in towards the ball. Headed by Molas. And then by Mullen against Gow. Harris. Down, I think just caught his ankle on the challenge there. Able to continue and back underway with MetroStars ball. Barbaro. Terminello now. A half-time substitute. Nyonkuru. Chibadini on the right wing. Ball towards Molas as he switches it out wide. It's a nice switch towards Thomas Visser. yet to hit the heights as he did last season. Thomas Visser had a brilliant season last year. And a good campaign in the league and the Australian Championship as well. Which did end in a big defeat to Heidelberg United for MetroStars. Goal kick. Still no Andre Carl. Didn't decide to bring him in off the bench there. Top goal scorer for this season with 11. 5 of those coming against Para Hills Knights in round 5. By just given the hurry up by our referee Tom Brinkworth. Molas. Molas again. It's a nice turn against Pratt. Called back for the foul. And the free kick. Visser now on a run down the left. Finds in the centre towards Neon Crew, but it's well cut out by Woolard. Only as far as Francesca, that ball. The former Mowbray Jets captain finds his current captain in Hamish Gow against Pratt. Visser. Neon Crew tries to put it in first time for Visser. Does find it, does Visser. Goes all the way past the goal mouth, out for a throw. Terminella wins the header. Mullen does the same, but only out for a throw. Cittadini gets it on the second time from Gow. Out by Woolard for a Metro throw. Cleared very far by Mullen for the throw. Prevents any oncoming pressure and attack from Metro. I think they're just trying to look for the ball in the sun. We'll get it back now. Really battling is Tabaras against Terminello, but commits the foul in the process, much to the disagreement of this home support. Kabidi gets the touch. We just stuck ever so slightly, but finds Visser in the end. Visser pokes it through for Kabidi. Could this be the equaliser? Whistles wide of that post. Their first, perhaps, big chance of the match, really. Kabidi with just Osby to beat. Couldn't do so. As we tick past the hour. A golden opportunity for MetroStars. Fortunato wins the header. Now Francesca tried to keep it as it was bobbling. Cittadini puts the ball in only towards Osby. Maybe just starting to grow a bit more into this match. Those halftime changes, maybe just making the impact they were looking for as Playford look to make some of their own. That one high. Shota Babasaki being one of those double changes looking to come on. Tavares clearly offside there. Those changes to be made for Playford now. Janessa is coming off. Xavier Pratt just receiving instructions. Cameron Harris, one of those coming off, and it looks like Santiago Tavares will come off on this close side. Shota Babasaki coming on. And with a note, which Jesse Francesca tries to read, on comes Ethan Allgate. Babasaki, the Japanese striker, started the season on fire. Goals, 3 in his first 2 matches. Hasn't scored in the league since round 5 against FK Beograd. Scored most recently in the Cup here against Sturt Lions, but since then it's just dried up, and he's had an injury to contend with, which has prevented him from starting more often than perhaps he would like, and maybe the Playford staff would like to. But he comes on to try and add something more to Playford. Allgate the other change. Has started fairly regularly for Playford. The former Para Hills United and Aubrey Jets and Vista Youth. He's coming at left back as Allgate. And Babasaki up front. A like-for-like change for Santiago Tavares. Terminello has had a fair bit to deal with from Tavares since he came on at half-time. On Kuru, Terminello got that pass wrong. Pinballing in the air until it's cleared towards the main stand. Molas. Neon Kuru, the former Central Coast Mariner in the academy set up after having that Golden Boot winning season with Adelaide Croatia Raiders, in which they got promoted in 2023 from the State League 1. Signed with Metro just before the Australian Championship late last year from Adelaide Croatia Raiders, and has stayed with them for the league campaign. 5 goals and 5 assists to the Burundian striker. So they have a player go down here in Hamish Gow. "25-ish minutes left of the match. Metro still in search for an equaliser in order to put them at the top of the table. Loose touch from Blazeka. Luckily for him, he'll still get the throw. Few trying to go for that ball there, rather high. Barbaro, nearly right towards Penendez. Blazeka able to get there first. Playford come away with it. The foul also on the free kick going their way. Truscott boots it long towards Babasaki. Nyonkuru able to retrieve from the clearance. Gow on the wing. Decides to just slow things down with this attack, as we tend to expect from MetroStars, not wanting to rush anything and risk anything silly happening. Fortunato. Back to Vincent Barbaro. And probably he himself not having too much to contend with either from a Playford perspective. It's more so these periods where Playford just have the ball in midfield and are able to keep it without Metro and themselves doing too much with it. It prevents Metro's chances, same as that. Mullen. Penendez. Pratt. Nearly losing it against Gow, and Gow coming in for the challenge a third time. Pulling him down and conceding the foul. Just explaining to Xavier Pratt his perspective, Tom Brinkworth, our referee for this afternoon. Will still be a Playford free kick to be taken by Ben Woolard. He himself, a former MetroStars player, as well as Para Hills and Gawler and Sturt. Well, Mulberry Jets. Chips the ball in, but Barbaro will collect. He's nearly just over him, but able to do enough. Mullen missing the touch, but now Metro with Visser. Pass too short towards Arby Molas. Upfield, only to Blazeka. Few bodies flying there as Mullen is the next to go down. No foul. Hamish Gow still moves forward. Looks for the cross towards Nyonkuru, but Ospai gets down low to be the first one to touch it and get. Handball. Fairly obvious one for our referee to spot. Adelaide City and Croydon currently in additional time, sitting at 2-2. Which is how maybe both sides will want that game to end for the both of them. Neon Kuru falls to RB Molas. Molas was looping over. Now Francesca has himself tight to the line. Cittadini puts in the ball at the back post. The header is over Kabidi. And it is full time between Adelaide City and Croydon at Oakton, which gives MetroStars, if they get a goal, to be equal on points with Estorins-Berkala, but go top on goal difference. Playford, as it stands, even with 3 points or the single point, will be in 5th spot if they don't lose against MetroStars this afternoon. Seems unlikely, but you never know about the impossible. Neon Kuru looking to change the narrative. Neon Kuru trying to waltz in between a few there and wins the free kick well. Smart feet from the 22-year-old. The 14th ever First Division League match between these two. Playford have only ever won twice, one of those being that match early in the season, which they won 3-1 at Metro. 4 draws and 7 losses against Metro, so looking to add to a third in their all-time list of matches against this opponent, if Playford can hold this lead. But they do have this Hamish Gow, you'd imagine, free kick to contend with. Possibly Michael Cittadini on his right boot. Will be Cittadini over the bar. Wasn't a bad effort, just a bit too high. West Adelaide and Sturt Lions sitting at 0-0, but West Adelaide down to 10. Ali Rise Maradi getting a second yellow card. And speaking of, it will be Luke Osby to go into the book for prolonging his time with the ball, is the kind way of putting it. Gow wins the header. Now Molas. Kabidi gets it down on the floor. The pass only to Ethan Allgate. Cittadini. Visser. Visser still going. Cuts it back low, but is cleared. Will be a MetroStars throw. Gow to take, but not before a change for Playford. Dan Ryan to come on for Christos Penendes up front. Current captain off for the former captain. Club he's been at since 2020, Dan Ryan, before that being with the likes of Beergrad and Salisbury United, and Elizabeth Downs as a junior. Has the 3 goals against Sturt, West Adelaide and Campbelltown for himself so far this season. Scored plenty last campaign. Maybe just looking for one more to try and finish off the match. Playford. That one's flicked back by Abi Molas rather creatively. Papasaki. Now Ryan. That's good body by Shota Babasaki, and Dan Ryan trying to see if he could catch Vincent Barbara off his line, but he wasn't. Already had two 1-0 results not go their way in the past 2 rounds, Playford. Could it finally be that same result that goes their way? Will only be MetroStars' 3rd loss of the league campaign. Previous 2 coming against Adelaide City a few weeks ago, and of course Playford earlier on. Terminello, one of those trio of halftime changes which has perhaps benefited MetroStars. Certainly have had a bit more going forward since they've come on, and still with Andre Carl, if they do wish to use him to bring on. Not a bad change to be able to make. And as if they do use it, as we see the stats on screen there, Metro only had the 2 shots in total at half-time. That count has risen, but not too many on target. Joseph Terminello. Chidadini out on his right. If he does use him, goes central to Neon Kuru. Neon Kuru on his left. Was rolling along the grass. Not to challenge or spite. Now with his first yellow card of the season, Luke Ospite. Kibiti. 5 league goals for him and 3 assists as he win this corner. Will be an out swinger off the boot of Gow. It's strong in. It's away, but Ospire's gone down and will be a free kick the way of Playford. Allgate got the initial touch, but Chidadini benefited off the second. Now back with Babasaki. Trying to make his impact off the bench, was sandwiched between Francesca and Terminello, but still made it through. Allgate again. Trying to get past RB Molas and didn't do so, but wins the throw. As there's a few pushes and shoves between those two. Francesca taken right to the line here. Zeka's header up by Allgate. Barbara captures. Playford do have Para Hills Knights next week at the Paddocks. And with all respect to Para Hills, it might be a chance for Playford to just up their goal difference with the results that have been going against Para Hills lately. MetroStars have West Adelaide at home and then another at home against Adelaide United, both on Saturday night. Week after Para Hills, Playford have Burkalla in that rematch of that brilliant encounter earlier on at Jack Smith Park, but that one to be played here in round 20 on Saturday the 1st of August at 3 p.m. between those two sides. Playford City end the season away at Kilburn against West Adelaide. MetroStars at home against Croydon in that grand final rematch. Chittadini. Over the top, lets Dan Ryan run onto it. Dan Ryan looking for another this season. Good work by Fortunato to prevent the shot. Still with a corner though. It's high and bouncing away. Back into the box, flicked by Harriman. Now booted up. Not the cleanest of connections from Harvey. Mullen to get it down. Collision with Terminello, all fair. Ryan tried to put it in low on his left. Unfortunately for him, though, just comes off the back of his boot and gives Metro a goal kick instead. Francesca over the top off the knee of Luke Ospite. I think was just coming out of his box and didn't know whether or not he could have used his hands, but now the free kick here for Playford. Into the final 10 minutes. Metro have the chance to go top. Even with a point tonight. But if things stay as they are, West Torrens Burkalla will end the round in top spot, a point in front of MetroStars. Allgate slips as he tries to put in the cross. Unfortunate one there. Sure, there'll be plenty West Torrens Burkalla faithful watching this one in hope that Playford can hold this result and do a favour for them. Metro need the goal for themselves rather than any other outsiders. Visser, he's had some great work since coming on. Visser still going, slipping through and just slowly trailing wide for the corner. Change coming for MetroStars. It'll be Tanasya Nyonkuru to come off and Andre Carl to come on for the final 10 minutes or so. The top goal scorer this season with 11, 2 assists to his name. The former Croydon man, 34 years of age, as this ball comes in very high. Headed by Fortunato, edge of the box. Andre Carl looking to turn and hit it on his right. His first touch already, resulting in a shot. Andre Carl. Barbara. Visser. Gow. Visser again. Molas. On for Andre Carl on the tight angle. Tries to cut it back across. Ospai was looking to try and capture, but had the defender come in and clear in his way. Metro's throw. Terminello. Fortunato. Molas. Through for Chittadini. Over the top and into the centre. Looking towards Andre Carl again. Allgate now. Gets it upfield. Touchdown by Ryan. Now for Pratt to put through, shot to Babasaki on the outside. Has Pratt and Ryan in the centre to use. Babasaki puts in the cross. Only away. Urged to hit it, and he does do so. Over the bar from Harvey. Barbaro. Kabidi. Still going is Binyam Kabidi. Gets it off the back. Molas. RB Molas. A brilliant block there on the edge of the box had to be made. And a slight push from RB Molas on Isaac Mullen as he gets one back of his own behind the plate. It's a poor header from Harriman. Kabede again. Right on the byline, it seems. On the tightest of angles, trying to put that ball in. You can hear the crowd urging just to get the ball away out of any harm. Cittadini wins it back well. Couldn't find Francesca. Again, falls with Visser. His cross comes in. Down by Andre Carl. Takes himself to the byline. Again, looking for that cut back. Repeat of sequences at the moment for Metro and Playford. Ball goes away from Playford back into Metro feet. And then repeat as Gow comes forward again. Went out for a corner. The intensity just picking up as well. Corners haven't been anything too great for Metro so far this afternoon. Here's Gow with it. The header from Carl goes over. Final change for Playford. Will be Braden French coming off. And on in his place, I think it's Jackson Kurtz. Nice run here, just waltzing between a few. Was Visser again. It's actually now with Molas. Cittadini trying to keep it in, but only towards Playford feet. Fortunato. Now Francesca. Just trying to build anything now. As we really approach the final few moments of this match. West Adelaide and Sturt Lions still at 0-0. West Adelaide playing with 10. Gow headed on for Francesca after getting it back from him. Gow again. Allgate wins the header against RB Molas. Gow is down as well. Still not back to his feet, the MetroStars captain now is doing so. Babasaki, strong body from the Japanese forward. Eventually wins the foul on the free kick and also the booking. The way of Terminello. Few options to take this free kick, Playford. Daniel Ryan, maybe the most likely, you'd think, has scored direct from free kicks in the past. I think it might be. Oh, he's shaping up. It will be Dan Ryan. I was only perhaps looking for that bottom corner, but not enough on it. On by Pratt. And then the same onto himself by Dan Ryan if he can keep it in, which he can. Right at the corner flag. Still goes. Loses the ball off his own touch, commits the foul and gives away the free kick and the yellow card. Chidadini. All game. No foul on Chidadini. As in comes through is Babasaki on the angle. Babasaki! Nearly. Big result brewing here for Playford if they can keep it. Metro threatening in this second half more so than the first. Into added time now. Babasaki nearly winning the ball off Terminello again. Harvey Molas. A point for Playford still would be enough to keep them in fifth, but we'll put them on equal points with Croydon, who will sit in sixth due to the goal difference. Metro just need one to go top. Otherwise it will be West Torrens Burkalla that end the weekend in first. Mullen. No foul on Isaac Mullen as Gow comes away with it. Gets through two. Gow again, getting a few lucky deflections. Hamish Gow goes for the spectacular. Looking for that bottom corner, will be a corner. Took a deflection. Plus 22 goal difference for West Torrens Burkalla, plus 29 at the moment to MetroStars as this corner comes in. Osby captures very strongly, even with a field of bodies in front. He will take his time. It does have to be careful, Osby, with that booking. Already due to time wasting. Goes to the corner, that ball. Out for a throw. We still continue playing on here. There can't be too much longer left. Into the 4th minute of added time now. Mollis. Terminello. Cittadini. They need something, Metro. Time, not their friend at the moment. Over the top, Allgate's header towards Mollis, and now back towards Terminello. Tried to turn against Babasaki, gets in the challenge, keeps it. Mollis. What an end to this match it could be. Playford holding out the away side at the moment. Francesca switches the ball across field to Thomas Visser. Gow puts it back across, does Hamish Gow. Finds Visser. Bouncing. Andre Carl will keep it in. Back to Francesca, we play on. And that's only towards Osby, and maybe that just might take Playford 2 or 3 points. Ryan just boots it long. Long by Metro, we still continue on here. Visser has the pace to beat Kurtz. Gow. Mollis. Fortunato. Over the top, looking for Andre Carl, and again, just towards Osby. And that will be it. 3 points for Playford, a huge 3 points, and a chance to go top for MetroStars. Going amiss. West Torrens Burkalla will end round 18, top of the table, and MetroStars will be second. Adelaide City sit in third, 1 point behind them before a 6-point gap between them in third and FK Beergrad in fourth. And then Playford just behind them now can not only look to just make finals, but perhaps finish in fourth place. What a turn of events here this afternoon between these two sides. Playford deserving of the win. MetroStars a much better second half than their first. But in the end, still not enough as we have a look at the full-time stats. 10 shots, 3 on target for Playford, 8 and 2 for MetroStars. 15 combined fouls. But the main one is that top stat. The 1 goal for Playford to none for MetroStars. It's been great to have your company this afternoon. Been a great game between two sides. And as you see there, the final game of the round tomorrow afternoon between FK Beergrad and Adelaide United over at One Solution Park. That one taking place at 6 p.m. West Adelaide and Sturt Lions finishing 0-0. This one 1-0 Adelaide City and Croydon. 2-2 West Torrens Burkalla. 11-0 against Para Hills Knights. And Campbelltown City just beating Adelaide Comets 1-0 last night. Well, more towards the pointy end of the season and more to change, I'm sure, over the next few weeks as we head into the final round and look towards the final series and that fateful grand final. I've been Seb O'Neill. It's great to have you here for the call. Full-time score here at Ramsey Park. It's Playford City 1, MetroStars 0.
Playford.